Hey YouTube, so in this video we have a 2019 Mercedes-Benz AMG GLE 43 Coupe. This one has the night package on the exterior and the orange art edition. So it has the orange surround on the rims and the front lip here. So in this video there was a BlackVue 970X Plus dash camera installed on the front and the rear. So I'll go ahead inside and show you. So here is the BlackVue dash camera. So here's the front, which is a 4K dash camera. Over here, so all wires were tucked in above the assistance package cover right here, up the headliner, all the way down the pillar, down under the panel over there, and then to the back fuse box in the back seat. Also, there was a Uniden R7 radar detector installed as well, so I have it up here on a mount, and the cable goes again behind here as well, in the same location. So yeah, here's the BlackVue again, hardwired, and then I'll go ahead and show you the back. So from the back seat, that's what it looks like from the back window, but there's the rear dash camera, which is 1080p in the back. So I'll go ahead and pop the trunk. See, all the wires were came from the headliner up back here, and then to the actual camera itself. There, focus right there. So there's just one wire right there, and that wire goes all the way to the front dash camera as well. And then in the back seat here, this is where the fuses went, the hard wiring cable. So here's the ground cable, and then under here, I'm not going to take it out, but are the wirings to the actual fuses of the car. And then just here's what it looks like in the passenger seat. So yeah, there's a radar detector, and then here's the dash camera as well. So yeah, there's the power cable right here, DC voltage, and then the other one is the cable to the rear camera. So I'm gonna go on the other side. Let's turn off the car, and we should hear, because BlackVue has like audio on it, so it'll tell you when it's in parking mode. So let's turn the car off. It's kind of soft, but you kind of hear it. You can adjust the volumes in the settings app, and I'll show you guys how to do that a little bit later. And now let's just turn the car on. And then just the radar detector starts up again as well. All right, so let's move into the BlackVue application. So right here we have the BlackVue app. I was just downloading some videos. So let's cut the connection. So once you open up the BlackVue app, you should get something like this. So it'll already show your connected camera. And yeah, at this point of this video, the camera should be connected. It's pretty simple pairing process in the app. But yeah, I'll just connect to my DR970X Plus here. It just asks you want to make a Wi-Fi connection to the device. We'll just say join. And then it should connect here in a second. You should see a white light on the camera itself, in the front camera. So once you see the white light, you'll see a connection to the phone here. So yeah, it just says the name on the top, so I can change that name as well. Previously it had something else on there. We can see a playback, live view, GPS tracking, and report. So we can click live view here. We can see what the camera looks like on both sides. So here's the front of the camera right now. It does look a little blurry, but note that when you do download the video files, it does look, in full high definition or 4K video. And then I'll just click on the screen and click on rear, and we can see the back camera as well. So that's what the trunk looks like right now. And now you can also move the phone or rotate it horizontally to see it in that view as well. So let me go back here. I can do playback, and then I can do, let's do a playback here. So I can see events here. It'll give you an option here. So low resolution or original file. I usually do just original file really, and view it here. So you can see driving here as well. Quality is pretty good. And then if you pause sometimes too, let me go back up here. Yeah, the video goes sometimes, like if you're at a red light, you can just pause the video and zoom in. You can see the license plate pretty clearly. So let me zoom. Actually, you can, yeah, so you can see the street up here on the top. It does pretty well when you see the license plates on the front of the back camera. And then just download, you click on the top right, and then it'll download the file. It's probably under a minute. Usually it takes pretty quick, I'd say. So you can see normal events, any driving impacts here you can filter as well on the top. So normal events, event incidents, so acceleration, motion detection, all that stuff will come up here. And then the ones that say parking in like white, those will be when the car is off in parking mode. So you can see, we can see this video here. So just movement in the back camera of the car, and any cars that come by as well. So that's pretty cool. And then let me go back here. Other additions here are the BlackVue Cloud. So those are additional payments apply, I believe. But you can get that as well. Here's a firmware update on the bottom. And then settings, we can see video settings. So I have it on the front camera with 4K Ultra HD, and the back is 1080p standard. Highest quality here. I have audio recording in the car, GPS location recording. So this is basically whenever you record, right, and you play back the video. If I go to downloaded videos, you can see a map here of exactly where you are. And it'll update in real time with the miles an hour, which I think is great. And I didn't even know this when I bought the camera myself. So, and you can also change, what the map looks like as well. So you can see this is pretty cool. Let me go back here and go back to the settings. So other video, camera rotation, you can adjust the camera. So if you mount it a certain way, you can flip the orientation as well if you need to on the app by itself. Video overlay, so this is how I kind of adjust my look of what the recordings look like. So I just put in AMG GLE 43 Coupe on the top left. That's the user text overlay. And then on the bottom is this date and time, and then mine is miles an hour, but you can change it to kilometers an hour if you need to. Okay, let's go back here, and then recording mode. Normal recording is on, and then parking mode recording, I have it in motion detection. I was told you can put time lapse, which is probably better if you don't want to put, if you don't want to have just false video or false detections on the SD card. I just realized when I did that, I didn't have much video getting recorded, but I really couldn't see, the person that was near the car or license plates really. So that's why I just have motion detection. I will get those, false alarms really, but I'll see, what car it is. At a plate, I can always pause the video and see the license plate as well, which I think is good. Rear camera recording is on, any sensitivity as well as here too. So for parking mode, I set mine to the low voltage cutoff of 12.1 volts. And then the cutoff is 3 hours. It's just a second safety feature really. So, if, for some reason, the battery reaches a low on the actual car battery, I'll actually have a timer, which is in my case 3 hours, just as a second bet, that the camera will turn off and my car battery won't die really. So let's go back here. We did this one already. System. So here is your time zone, daylight savings. You have to do manually, but it's here on the app. You just toggle it on. Time sync as well. You can have that here as well. LEDs, so there are some white security LEDs on the BlackVue cameras. You can turn on these on and off for each individual camera. So the Wi-Fi, the parking mode, light, LTE, you can adjust these as needed. Voice guidance, so you can change how loud the BlackVue will talk to you. 5's pretty loud, you'll hear it, but if you're gonna have other people in the car, if you're gonna run the car into service, I recommend like number 2 or number 1, or off if you need to. The touch sensor also is on the side of the unit. That's really for setup process, but I guess you can enable it for manual recording, which I haven't really dug into deeper, but you can do that as well. Schedule reboot times, if you need to do that, you can adjust that, and then the language on the bottom as well. Event triggers, here's where you can set some more parking mode features, so driving impact, manual recording, protect event files, reckless driving, what miles an hour you want that in, speed limit alert. So if you don't have a radar detector or your car doesn't have a speed limit, you can just adjust this, and it'll tell you, just a warning that, hey, you're going over 60 miles an hour, slow down. So you can adjust that there. Any hard braking, I have all mine on, really. So I've gotten some of these alerts through the recordings that I've seen. So hard acceleration or hard braking will pop up here as well. So yeah, if there was a hard braking, if you got into an accident, sadly, you would see that in here. It will show like hard braking or something, or an event. All right. And then camera connectivity, just Wi-Fi credentials here. You can change that, what kind of Wi-Fi band you're using. In this case, we're using 5 gigahertz. And then seamless pairing mode, which is pretty simple. And then any other hotspot settings that you may need to adjust.